Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
Tonight, I get the rare pleasure of setting Shona up with a double blind.
You know, anytime you do that, the tension just goes right up
I
my
can
neck.
see you're all tensed up. Stick around just a minute, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So tonight, as I mentioned, double blind for Shona. I actually do know what it is, so that's kind of the exciting part for me. What I've got is a couple, I don't know how much information I want to give you.
Have I had either of them?
We have. We've had both.
We've had both of them?
We have.
Okay.
A lot more of one than the other,
Okay.
but we have had them. Okay. So I don't know that we have really a strong opinion on one of them.
Okay.
I can tell you for sure the other one we like. Okay? What do you think? You ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty similar in color in both of them. Now I'm getting kind of a sweet and a note of spice on there.
I am too. I'm also kind of getting a nutty smell, like kind of like an almond type. It's a nice nose. I like it.
It is. Shall we? That's really nice. Creamy.
It is creamy.
Nice level of spice in there with char.
The heat is consistent throughout.
Very.
Now, I don't know the proof point, but I'm going to guess it's in the hundreds, definitely in the hundreds, but it's mellow. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't like hit you all at once or be at the end. It's just a nice mellow, but it's definitely a higher heat. It's there. It's packing a punch, but not like, oh my gosh, punch.
And that, as we talk, that heat is still on my tongue.
But
It's not a vulgar heat. It's not off. It's pleasant, but I can still sense it.
They're good.
The viscosity on that one.
So good. This is, to me, a true bourbon. It is the caramel, the vanilla, this little bit of spice. It's the creaminess. It is just good.
And they're all vibrant. They're all strong flavors.
Yeah.
They're not hints of this or hints of that. They're all very strong.
This really reminds me of an Old Forester, like one of their Whiskey Row series type Old Foresters.
Okay.
It's really good.
Well, it may or may not be.
It's good.
We'll have to see.
It just has all of those features.
It really
Old
is.
Forester.
So smooth, but yet such great flavor.
Well, good news is your little blind, is great. Number one. It's
So
awesome.
far, but what's this one?
I don't know. I don't know. But number one was a nice treat.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to chalk that up as a win, guys.
This one's a little bit mellow on the nose.
It's a lot different. A lot different nose. I'm getting some sweet, but I'm not getting that the spice, the heat that I had
Yeah,
in the first one.
I'm definitely getting the sweetness. But there's also another note. It's like a just like it's just like a comforting hug note. I'm trying to think what the note is. It's just I don't know, like a soothing. It's a soothing aroma. I can tell you that. It's really good. I know that sounds silly, but I'm trying to think what the note is that would relax me like that. It's just a nice note. Nice.
Wow. I get caramel, I get brown sugar. Um, there's heat, but it's way different than this. It's like turned down low. It's on low. This was on medium.
Yeah, I'd say the proof point on this one, to me, drinks a lot. This one had a nice Kentucky hug all the way through.
I would say this is a lot lower proof.
Yeah, it does taste like a lot. At the very end, like I get like a little bit of tingle down in here, but the whole time I was, tasting it and swirling it and stuff, I wasn't getting hardly any heat. A lot of sweetness.
Yeah, crazy sweet.
Crazy
sweetness.
sweet. Like soup, like really, really sweet. Honestly, it's different. You say I've had this one?
Mm-hmm. Not a lot. We've tasted it. I can tell you that I feel it's opened up since we tasted it before, because I didn't remember it was going to taste like that. That is really, really nice.
It is good. I am trying to pick out notes, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. The sweetness is just there. It's just, I know there's other notes in there, but all I can taste is the sweetness.
You know what?
It's so good, though. I can't even explain how good it is.
I'm going to tell you what it puts me in mind of, because it is low heat. It's heat, but it's low heat. This is like my grandma years ago. I was little, so you know it was a long time ago. She used to bake apple pie. This is a warm piece of apple pie.
You know what? I have to agree with you.
That is a warm, it's sweet.
It's that comforting.
Cinnamon, sugar.
You know how I told you it just kind of
it's-
wraps around you, that comforting smell? And then you're
I
right.
don't get the vanilla ice cream with it.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't want vanilla ice cream on mine anyways, but. I don't know if you were expecting me to pick which one's my favorite, because both of these are really good.
This one, I can tell you, will probably always be a staple here at our bar. However, this one has moved up tremendously on my list.
I don't recall ever tasting anything like this. Okay.
It didn't taste like that when we tasted it before.
This is truly, it's truly a really good pour.
It's
I
phenomenal.
am anxious to find out what this is. I can't even place this.
I really, now there's going to be some disappointment when I reveal these, okay? And I'll get to what that disappointment is. But I guess, are you ready for the reveal?
As long as you don't want me to line these up, because I'm
No,
telling you they're both good.
I'm not going to ask you to do that,
Like-
because we know we like this one. This one was kind of a dark horse. It came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting this to taste like it does.
Okay. I mean,
So we're not gonna rate them.
Okay.
There's only two, so we're not gonna do that. We'll show you what they are.
because I'm going to be kind of like I don't know, Mike and Mark, and they like tie.
No,
you
don't
know?
do that. Okay, here's what I'm
They're
going to tell you.
both
Phil.
unique, but like this one to me is like a true bourbon. Like what when I'm like looking for a really good bourbon, this one's it. It has that caramel, the vanilla, the little bit of spice.
It's a true
It's good.
bourbon.
It has a nice little Kentucky hug all
Yeah.
the way through, but not horrible.
But
And
this
then this one, you're right though. You know, I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but it was like a nice warm apple pie.
Yeah, it's not hot.
It's delicious.
It's warm.
It's
like you've been,
sweet.
you took the pie out of the oven. You've been patient. You've let it cool, but you can't wait any longer.
It's really good. So I don't want to. I don't know. They're both good. They're both getting first
Okay,
place.
so
Now-
here's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Sorry.
If you let me tell you, I wanted to do a comparison of a couple foolproofs.
Those are both foolproof.
Nope.
Okay.
Our foolproofs, as I was digging through the shelves, are kind of all over the board. Like, we didn't have foolproofs that were close in proof points. Okay? So the two that I really wanted to do when I went and researched it, there was like 11 proof points between them. I was like, well, that's not really a fair comparison.
Okay.
Okay, so although I wanted it to be foolproof versus foolproof, we're kind of proof point versus proof point.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So number one, this is the one we've had. It's a bourbon.
Okay.
Okay, it's a straight bourbon. It actually comes in at 115 proof, and it is Old Forester, 1920, 115 proof. Okay, so you nailed that. You said that reminded you of
An Old Forester.
an Old Forester
It
product.
did. I'm getting better. I'm
You
getting
even
better.
said a Whiskey Row series. So you nailed that.
Because it did, because I love the Whiskey Row series. I really do. The 1910 is my favorite because it has a cherry note, but the 1920 is right there with it, though.
Yeah, that's a really good pour. That's a phenomenal bourbon. And where are we looking price? Like
Like 50 or 60
yeah,
bucks. It's
between
50 or
and
60
$60
bucks. Yeah.
MSRP here in Ohio. So I mean that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really. Okay, so the next bottle. Would you agree we can walk into just about any store here in Ohio, liquor store, and buy a bottle of 1920?
Oh yeah.
It's not.
Absolutely.
It's not hard to get.
Most of them, yeah. So this is 115 proof. You know, I would say number one, I had that little bit of Kentucky hug. I was putting it like maybe at 105 a proof. So this is a little bit higher proof than I thought. Just so you know.
So, number two is in fact a foolproof.
Okay.
Okay, I stuck with one of my foolproofs. It's actually coming in at 114 proof,
Oh
so it comes in under this.
wow.
Okay,
I would say that this one drank a lot less.
it drinks under this, but it drinks a lot under that.
Like
in my
honestly,
opinion.
I would say it's a 90. Like
Okay, so that's the good news. It's only one proof point off.
okay.
The bad news is we're not going to walk into any store and get it. Okay. This is the Weller Foolproof. Highly allocated. 114 proof. Phenomenal bottle. And as you guys can see, there's very little out of it. We literally tasted it one time.
I've never had it.
Are you sure?
I've only had the 12 year.
I can assure you that this bottle, when we opened it, did not taste like that glass did tonight.
I have never had this one. Only the 12 year.
And that's why I wanted to do a foolproof comparison. I wanted to find a foolproof better than that.
Yeah. I cannot say that you found one better because I
No.
liked both of them.
Now, also, this is a weeded bourbon.
Right.
Okay.
Weller's weeded, yeah. I will tell you that is delicious though.
Oh, it's incredible.
That I would probably plow down someone for another bottle.
I
Like if it was
think,
MSRP.
I think this actually comes in the $60-some range.
Yeah, you know, I don't. If you're getting an MSRP.
Yeah, if you can get it at MSRP, which
Which, you know,
If you're patient.
this one here was a gift from your
Yes,
nephew
it
Sean.
was. Yes,
And
absolutely.
so, Sean, honestly, this is the first time, if you're watching, this is the first time I'm tasting this. I don't remember, Brian, guys, I know we did the 12-year, but not this one. So good. So good.
Okay, when this is available is actually $58.99 here in Ohio.
So basically the same price.
Yeah, I should have looked that one up, that way we'd know.
And they are really, really good. However, you can get your hands on this one anytime.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, I will say this one's a true bourbon flavored taste, where this one's a lot sweeter. Honestly, you described this so much better than I with your warm apple pie, like because it has those baking spices and the sweetness,
Yeah,
and
it has
you know
every
the nose
aspect
on it to
of
me
that.
was just comforting, and I couldn't place it. I'm like, oh, this is just comforting.
This actually comes in at $61.99.
So basically the same.
Which is still, I mean, we were talking $50 some, but
Yeah.
$61.99. It's a phenomenal bottle, and you can walk into the store tonight if you wanted and go get that bottle.
Yep. Great, a great blind tonight.
That was
Perfect.
good. That was maybe one of the better ones I've put together.
Yes.
We've had some good blinds, but that was a really good blind.
A very good blind.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Have you had these? Have you had one of them, not the other one? Do you want to try one?
You know, my thing is, I have seen some stuff out there that people have wanted to try the Weller foolproof against some other things. So if that is the case and you want to try the Weller foolproof against something else, or want us, if we have the stuff where we can get our hands on it and try it up against some other stuff, let me know. I think it was Jared that mentioned wanting to taste it up against something.
Yeah, I think so.
So, you know, hey, we'll be happy to do that. Just let us know. But I will tell you that in this double blind for me that Brian did, I kind of like both of these. So I truly couldn't pick, because, you know, if I was going for a sweet note, like really wanting something sweet, because
this is
I'm picking
all over it.
picking this one.
Yeah.
But if I'm wanting, you know, the true bourbon, I'm picking this one. You know, it's really in whatever mood you're in that night.
It really is. And the thing about bourbon, we may have bottles back here that we really enjoy, and you guys may not like them at all. And you may have bottles that you really enjoy. And I know specifically, and we said we weren't ever going to mention this again, but
So why are you?
because it's just facts. I mean,
Yep.
there's a lot of people out there that love Buffalo Trace. It just doesn't work for us. We've tried other bottles. We've tried it in cocktails. We've tried it lots of different ways. It's just probably the one bottle that we've bought that we just can't do. And we've got bottles that we're not crazy about, but we're going to drink them. So maybe something here is that way to you guys,
Yep.
and that's okay. It's no different than we drink our bourbon neat. Some people put it on the rocks. Some people put it on a sphere. Whatever.
You know, we went to a whiskey blending class, and I will tell you, the guy said something that I just absolutely loved. What do you smell on it? What do you taste on it? And whatever you answer is right, because your senses,
That's
your
right.
palate is completely different than everybody else's.
They
Whatever
give you-
you smell, whatever you taste, it's right.
Yeah.
And so
And
none
what
of us
comes-
are wrong.
What it
None
comes
of us
down
are wrong.
to is you like it or you don't like it.
Right.
And
Because
that's all that matters.
bourbon is, you get things off emotion, off of things that you remember,
Yep.
things that you know, you sense. And so, you know, just like I said, number two, it's just comforting. It's just, and then when Brian mentioned apple pie, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. And you know, to me, when an apple pie is baking, it is. It's just like, oh, I love that smell. It makes the whole house
I love that
smell.
taste.
I know you don't. You and my son.
Okay, guys, we've drugged this out long enough.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those good things. We'd really appreciate all of it. Let us know what you think of these. Let us know if you've had them. And until next time, be safe, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.